My 6-quart Instant Pot connects over Wi-Fi. This shows that there's 40 minutes to cook on the adzuki beans. Enjoy the video. 2 minutes remaining on the adzuki beans. Hey Plant-Based San Francisco, this is Gary, and we're going to be making some adzuki bean burgers with lentils and oats, but we're going to start out with adzuki beans. I got almost 2 cups of beans right there. Those are going in. And then I've got 2 tablespoons of mint, a tablespoon of ginger, and a half teaspoon of turmeric going in. Four cups of boiling hot water go in. It's 3.5 cups. Sorry about that. To be more accurate, 3.5 cups. I'm going to use my tablespoon here just to give it a stir because I don't have one of my silicone stirrers here. It's all right. We're going to put the lid on. We're going to pressure cook. We're going to get the time there, and we're going to go to 35 minutes. The Instant Pot has a nice app that works well with voiceover for the blind and visually impaired, so you get notifications about when your Instant Pot comes to pressure and when it's venting and then when it's all done. It's super nice and super accessible for the blind and visually impaired. The 6-quart Instant Pot with Wi-Fi works great for your friends who might be visually impaired. Hello, welcome back. The adzuki beans are already cooked. Now we're gonna start some lentils. Got the smaller Instant Pot. I've got a little more than a cup and a half of green lentils. And then I've got a tablespoon of parsley, a tablespoon of ginger, half a teaspoon of turmeric, and a half teaspoon of mustard. Two and a half cups of hot water going in. Give it a little stir, and then I'm gonna let this go for 8 minutes, and then we'll let it release. Then we'll start putting together all the elements we need for our burgers. Pretty exciting. Okay, it's Gary from Plant-Based San Francisco, and we've got adzuki beans and lentils, and now we've got our food processor, and I've got some garlic cubes. I've got 4 garlic cubes and 2 ginger cubes frozen in there, and then I've got some hot water and 2.5 tablespoons of ground flax, and I'm going to pour in about a 1/4 cup of hot water and just let this sit. We'll give that a little stir in a second. The flax is going to be our binder. All right, I've got 1 cup of rolled oats that are going into the food processor, and then I've got 2 tablespoons of onion flakes that are going in the food processor. That's great. Now I've got 1 cup of adzuki beans. And that was 1 other half cup of the adzuki beans. I closed the adzuki beans and I opened up the lentils to get those ready to scoop. And 1.5 cup of lentils. That's our flax and water going in. 2.5 tablespoons of flax. We've got a half teaspoon of turmeric going in, and several tablespoons of parsley. That's good. Then we're gonna put the lid on this guy and we're gonna pulse this. You could put mushrooms in here. We're gonna go for 45 seconds. Or we're just gonna pulse. We're gonna give this a little stir. All right. Oh, I can smell the peppers. It smells great. I can smell the peppers. They smell great. And then I'm gonna bring. This is a half cup. I'm gonna try to turn it all out into this bowl to make life a little easier. I made a double batch. So you could cut everything in half. I made a double batch because my plan was to make some burgers, some meatballs, and maybe add a little spices to make some sausages. Okay, then there's just a little bit left to get off of the cooking blades. Now we've got our mixture, which is looking really great, and I'm gonna go in with a couple tablespoons of chickpea flour. That's about 1/4 cup of chickpea flour. Give this a good mix now that I got the chickpea flour in there. You could throw some extra spices in here and put these in a little loaf pan, silicone loaf pan, and they make nice lentil loaves, I think. This is great. Get some parchment paper. Using a half cup measuring cup, we're going to scoop out a half cup of the mixture at a time, and then we'll start shaping them into patties. For a burger, that's about a half cup. I'm gonna roll these into big balls. And then flatten them in to patties. That's a half a cup patty. And I have a little thing that you can make patties with, but these shaped so nice, I'll just shape them by hand. So I'm gonna do probably 6, and then I'm gonna do, these burgers are really big, so I'm gonna do 4 of these guys. The great thing is that you can freeze them like this, or you can bake them first, then you could freeze them. Either way, it's good because the beans were already cooked. All right, I got my 1/4 cup scoop. This 1/4 cup scoop is like an ice cream scoop. It works pretty good for portioning out exact amounts. And you just scoop each one and then form it into a ball. All of the balls added up to about 6 or 7, and it's a really fun and exciting way to enjoy your beans. And just remember, Dr. Gregor says the best bean is the bean you'll eat the most of. Try to get some beans every day, especially for breakfast. So one meatball. Maybe has some music that goes better, but YouTube doesn't like it when you do. YouTube doesn't like it when you do the music. All right, so I'm just gonna roll out the rest of these meatballs. This is really fun to do, and you can do it with your kids, and they can make their own bean balls. And then when they eat them, they'll enjoy them more. Just have fun with this recipe. It's really easy and really fun to do, and it's really good for your whole family. And please enjoy a bean burger on 4th of July and do something good for the animals and the planet. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. Please leave a comment below if you'd like to see another recipe. And please check out nutritionfacts.org for all the best information about how to keep your family safe and healthy. Okay. I've got 4 of the burgers in this silicone tray to freeze, and in there you can see there's already some oat groats and quinoa freezing. And then I got all the meatballs but one in this tray with some more oat groats. And I'm gonna get these in the freezer, and we'll maybe try to have one tomorrow with lunch. These are easy. You can pull them out of the freezer whenever you're ready. You bake them at 325 for 15 minutes, and they'll be ready to go. You can do these with any beans that you enjoy the most. Dr. Gregor says the best bean is the bean that you'll eat the most of. The adzuki and lentils turned out really beautiful in these burgers. So thank you, San Francisco. Eat plants. Have a great night. And a happy 4th of July.